Ever thought you knew everything about American tractors? Think again, because today you're about to witness 20 of the weirdest, wildest, and most revolutionary agricultural machines America ever produced. From colossal giants that broke every rule to engineering marvels that seemed impossible, each tractor on this list isn't just a machine. It's a story of bold innovation and the relentless American spirit. Are you ready to have your mind blown? Don't blink, because what you're about to see will exceed all your expectations. Meet the absolute giant that redefined what massive really means, the Big Bud 747. This wasn't just a big tractor. It was a mechanical monster that earned the title of world's largest farm tractor. Built in 1977 in Montana, this behemoth was created when the Northern Manufacturing Company decided that if farmers needed more power, they'd give them more power than they ever dreamed of. What truly made the Big Bud 747 exceed all expectations was its mind-blowing specifications. Weighing in at over 95,000 pounds with 900 horsepower from a Detroit diesel 16-cylinder engine, this machine could pull implements that would make other tractors weep. The Big Bud 747 was more than just a tractor. It was a testament to American engineering ambition. Get ready for another beast that changed everything, the Steiger Panther series. When Steiger brothers started building these articulated monsters in the 1960s, they weren't just making tractors, they were creating agricultural spacecraft. These machines looked like they belonged in a science fiction movie rather than a cornfield, with their distinctive lime green paint and futuristic cab design. What truly made the Steiger Panther series exceed all expectations was their revolutionary articulated steering system and incredible power delivery. With massive engines producing up to 400 horsepower and four-wheel drive capability, these Panthers could handle the biggest implements while maintaining surprising maneuverability. The Steiger Panther series was more than just a tractor. It was a glimpse into the future of farming. Here comes a machine that will blow your mind with its bizarre design, the versatile 1080. Imagine a tractor that could literally work in both directions without ever turning around. This Canadian-American marvel featured not one, but two operator stations, one at each end of the machine, allowing the operator to simply walk to the other cab when changing directions. What truly made the versatile 1080 exceed all expectations was its incredible versatility and time-saving capabilities. With powerful engines at both ends and the ability to use implements on either side, farmers could work faster and more efficiently than ever before. The versatile 1080 was more than just a tractor. It was a revolutionary concept that challenged everything people thought they knew about farm machinery design. Next up, we have a true pioneer that started a revolution, the Wagner W14. When the Wagner brothers decided to build their own tractor in the 1950s, they created something the world had never seen before, a truly articulated four-wheel drive tractor that bent in the middle. This bright orange monster was born out of necessity when the Wagner family needed more power for their farming operation. What truly made the Wagner W14 exceed all expectations was its groundbreaking articulated steering system that provided incredible maneuverability despite its massive size and power. With equal-sized wheels all around and a flexible joint in the center, this machine could turn tighter than conventional tractors while delivering superior traction. The Wagner W14 was more than just a tractor. It was the grandfather of all modern articulated tractors. Meet the hydraulic marvel that revolutionized everything, the International Harvester HT340. This wasn't just another tractor. It was the world's first production tractor with a completely hydrostatic drive system. Introduced in 1973, this futuristic machine eliminated the traditional transmission entirely, using hydraulic pumps and motors to deliver infinitely variable speed control. What truly made the International Harvester HT340 exceed all expectations was its incredibly smooth operation and precise control capabilities. Operators could creep along at a snail's pace for delicate work or cruise at high speeds for transport, all with simple lever movements. The International Harvester HT340 was more than just a tractor. It was a technological breakthrough that seemed almost magical to operate. Get ready to meet the infamous legend, the John Deere 8010 and 8020. These tractors have gone down in history as one of John Deere's most spectacular failures that somehow became cult classics. Introduced in 1960, these massive machines were supposed to be Deere's answer to growing farm sizes, but they were plagued with problems from transmission failures to hydraulic nightmares. What truly made the John Deere 8010 to 8020 exceed all expectations was their incredible power and the dramatic story of their quick demise and legendary resurrection. Despite lasting only 5 years in production, these tractors developed such a devoted following that surviving examples now sell for astronomical prices. The John Deere 8010 and 8020 were more than just tractors. They were proof that sometimes failure can become more legendary than success. Here's the machine that changed agriculture forever, the Caterpillar Challenger 65. When Caterpillar decided to enter the agricultural market in 1987, they didn't just build another tractor. They created something completely revolutionary. This was the first production agricultural tractor to use rubber tracks instead of steel, combining the flotation and traction of tracks with the speed and comfort of wheels. What truly made the Caterpillar Challenger 65 exceed all expectations was its game-changing rubber track system that provided superior soil protection while maintaining incredible pulling power. Farmers could now work in conditions that would bog down wheeled tractors while traveling at speeds that crawler tractors could never achieve. The Caterpillar Challenger 65 was more than just a tractor. It was a paradigm shift that spawned an entire new category of agricultural equipment. Now let's talk about the four-wheel drive pioneer, the Case 1200 Traction King. Long before four-wheel drive was common, Case created this mechanical marvel in 1956 that featured for equal-sized wheels and permanent all-wheel drive. This bright red beast was designed to provide maximum traction in all conditions with a unique center pivot steering system. What truly made the Case 1200 Traction King exceed all expectations was its revolutionary four-wheel drive system and incredible durability in the toughest conditions. With its distinctive squared-off design and powerful engine, this machine could pull implements that would overwhelm conventional two-wheel drive tractors. The Case 1200 Traction King was more than just a tractor, it was a preview of the future. Get ready to be amazed by the glass house on wheels, the Minneapolis Mullen G1000 Vistamatic. When Minneapolis Mullen unveiled this tractor in 1963, farmers couldn't believe their eyes. The entire operator station was enclosed in glass, providing 360-degree visibility that made the operator feel like they were sitting in a transparent bubble floating above the machine. What truly made the Minneapolis Mullen G1000 Vistamatic exceed all expectations was its revolutionary cab design that provided unparalleled visibility and comfort. The panoramic glass enclosure not only protected the operator from weather but also gave them a commanding view of their work. The Minneapolis Mullen G1000 Vistamatic was more than just a tractor, it was a bold vision of the future. Meet the turbo pioneer that blazed the trail, the Allis-Chalmers D21. This wasn't just another big tractor, it was one of the first production agricultural tractors to feature turbocharging, a technology borrowed from heavy trucks and industrial applications. Introduced in 1963, this silver and orange beast combined massive power with surprisingly advanced engineering. What truly made the Allis-Chalmers D21 exceed all expectations was its turbocharged engine that delivered incredible power while maintaining reasonable fuel consumption. The distinctive turbo whine became the signature sound of serious farming, and the D21's performance in heavy draft work was unmatched. The Allis-Chalmers D21 was more than just a tractor. It was a technological statement that proved American agriculture was ready for advanced engineering. Here comes the troubled giant, the Ford FW20 and FW30 series. These massive articulated tractors were Ford's attempt to compete in the super tractor market of the late 1970s, but they became infamous for their reliability problems and complex hydraulic systems. Despite their troubled reputation, these blue beasts were engineering marvels that pushed boundaries. What truly made the Ford FW20 and FW30 series exceed all expectations was their advanced hydraulic systems and sophisticated engineering that was perhaps too advanced for its time. When they worked properly, these machines delivered incredible performance, but their complexity often led to expensive breakdowns. The Ford FW20 and FW30 series were more than just tractors. They were ambitious experiments that showed even failure can advance technology. Next up we have the hydraulic heavyweight, the White for 150 Field Boss. White Motor Corporation created this machine in 1974 as the ultimate expression of hydraulic technology applied to agriculture. Every function on this tractor was hydraulically operated, from the transmission to the steering to the implement controls, creating a machine that responded to the operator's touch with incredible precision. What truly made the White for 150 Field Boss exceed all expectations was its revolutionary all-hydraulic control system that provided unprecedented operator comfort and machine responsiveness. The smooth operation made long days in the field less fatiguing while delivering superior performance. The White for 150 Field Boss was more than just a tractor. It was a showcase of advanced hydraulic engineering. Get ready for the V8 monster, the International for 300 for WD, when International Harvester decided to build a super tractor in 1973, they didn't mess around. They installed a massive V8 engine and created one of the most aggressive-looking tractors ever built, with a distinctive sloped hood and muscular stance that screamed power. What truly made the International for 300 for WD exceed all expectations was its incredible V8 engine that delivered massive torque and a sound that could be heard for miles. The distinctive rumble of that big block engine became legendary among farmers who needed maximum power. The International for 300 for WD was more than just a tractor. It was a statement of American muscle applied to agriculture. Meet the last of the giants, the Oliver 20-55. This machine represented the end of an era, being the final large tractor produced by the historic Oliver Corporation before it disappeared into corporate mergers. Powered by a massive Caterpillar engine and built with the solid construction Oliver was famous for, this green giant was a fitting farewell. What truly made the Oliver 20-55 exceed all expectations was its incredible build quality and the powerful Caterpillar engine that provided reliability and performance that Oliver tractors were famous for. Despite being produced in limited numbers, these tractors developed a devoted following. The Oliver 20-55 was more than just a tractor, it was the end of an era. Here's the Canadian-American hybrid, the Massey Ferguson 1505 and 1805. These massive tractors were built in Canada, but sold primarily in the American market, representing Massey Ferguson's attempt to compete in the super tractor segment. With their distinctive red paint and massive size, these machines were impressive examples of North American agricultural engineering. What truly made the Massey Ferguson 1505 and 1805 exceed all expectations was their combination of power and reliability that made them popular with large-scale farmers. Despite being produced in relatively small numbers, these tractors earned a reputation for solid construction. The Massey Ferguson 1505 and 1805 were more than just tractors. They were examples of international cooperation in agricultural equipment design. Now, let's talk about the straight-frame giant, the Versatile 950. This massive machine represented Versatile's approach to maximum power delivery through a straight, rigid frame design that eliminated articulation in favor of pure pulling strength. Built for the largest farming operations, This machine was designed to handle the biggest implements with unwavering stability. What truly made the versatile 950 exceed all expectations was its incredible pulling power and stability that came from its rigid frame construction and massive engine. When absolute maximum drawbar pull was needed, the 950 delivered performance that articulated tractors couldn't match. The versatile 950 was more than just a tractor. It was proof that sometimes the simplest approach is the best approach. Get ready for the biggest two-wheel drive ever, the John Deere 7520. This massive machine represented the absolute pinnacle of two-wheel drive tractor development, with enormous rear wheels and a long wheelbase that provided incredible stability and pulling power. Built in the mid-1970s, this green giant was designed for farmers who needed maximum power but preferred the simplicity of two-wheel drive. What truly made the John Deere 7520 exceed all expectations was its incredible size and pulling power that rivaled much smaller four-wheel drive tractors. The massive rear wheels provided excellent traction, while the long wheelbase ensured stability. The John Deere 7520 was more than just a tractor. It was the ultimate expression of two-wheel drive technology. Meet another articulated legend, the Steiger Bearcat. This machine continued Steiger's tradition of building massive articulated tractors with distinctive styling and incredible power. With its aggressive appearance and powerful Cummins engine, the Bearcat looked like it was ready to devour any job that farmers could throw at it. What truly made the Steiger Bearcat exceed all expectations was its combination of massive power, delivery, and surprising reliability that made it a favorite among large-scale farmers. The distinctive Steiger styling and solid construction ensured that these machines could handle the most demanding applications. The Steiger Bearcat was more than just a tractor. It was a continuation of the Steiger legacy. Here comes the power-shift pioneer, the Case 4890. This machine represented Case's entry into the super tractor market with advanced transmission technology that provided seamless power delivery and incredible operator convenience. The powershift transmission eliminated the need for clutching during gear changes, making operation much smoother and less fatiguing. What truly made the Case 4890 exceed all expectations was its advanced powershift transmission that provided smooth, uninterrupted power delivery that increased productivity and reduced operator fatigue. The sophisticated transmission technology was years ahead of its competition. The Case 4890 was more than just a tractor. It was a technological showcase that demonstrated how advanced engineering could make farming more efficient. Finally, we have the International 50088. This machine represented the end of International Harvester's legendary run as a major tractor manufacturer. Being one of the last large two-wheel drive tractors the company produced before financial troubles ended their agricultural equipment division. What truly made the International 50088 exceed all expectations was its solid construction and dependable performance that represented everything International Harvester stood for during their decades of tractor production. Despite being produced during the company's troubled final years, these tractors maintained the quality that had made International a household name. The International 50088 was more than just a tractor, it was the end of an era. If you enjoyed this journey through America's most bizarre tractors, make sure to subscribe and let us know which machine surprised you the most.